Welcome back, everyone, to our next episode of Let's Play Strange Horticulture. In our last episode, we hit the first couple of real roadblocks, and I ended up having to use the hint function just to kind of process with where we were. I remember that one riddle we actually solved purely by chance, which involved this funky disc with the eyes. So I'll have it more at front of mind now, and if there is anything else that comes up again, I do remember that there's all those varying symbols on here. So hopefully we won't get stuck for as long as I did last time. We've also figured out this device. So we identified the right plant that needed it. I think it was red ebony, and I realized that when I picked this one up, the same symbol appeared that does if you, like this one over there, to put something in for closer inspection. We've identified this one correctly, loaded the strange magnifying glass up, and lo and behold, we figured out with it we found 3 different spots on the map that were actually, let's just say, places of interest, right? And I think they're still showing. Yes, we found the Tomb of the Hunter, we found the Great Oak, and Elderfinium, yes. And this was the plant that we needed towards the end, because the girl in the jaded, or the woman in the jade mask, came to the shop again telling us that she needed Elderfinium. Now, last time I also have to admit I was pretty tired, and I don't think I was in the best state of mind just to solve those riddles. So we took a break and we didn't finish the day. So without further ado, I think we should get going and see who's the next customer that needs our service. And we welcome back Anne Wood. Help me. The amulet. I can't remove it and it's drawing the life from me. Long Verisund. I need to go back through the episodes, but I believe, was she the one that found a coffin in the attic and then got a plant because there were some strange vines growing around it? Anyhow, let's have a look what she needs. So, Long Verisund. Sometimes called Witch's Remedy, the Long Verisund is believed to lift curses. Small leaves grow in pairs along the stems. We have a few like this. We have this one. Small leaves, delicate flowers. And this looks very much like it, right? This one. So, oh yes, and of course we made the change last time where we moved all the plants that we have successfully identified to the bottom and only left the ones on the top shelf that still have to be identified. It could also be this one though. Oh, but it doesn't have that distinct line on them. Oh, except of course for dangerous plants. We keep them up to the top right. Okay, let's trust our gut. Go with this plant. And are wrong. That's a good start for this episode, okay. Witch's Remedy. So it's not this. That also reminds me that last time we actually managed for the first time to fill up a Rising Dread, and I think the consequence of this was that our mind was broken and we had to fix it by putting together an intricate plate of sorts. But let's make sure we get it right. Thin leaves and small purple-red berries. Leaf to lift curses. And it only tells me small leaves grow in pairs along the stems. Yeah. Again. Oh, this actually can also go then to the bottom because we did identify it. So if it's not this. Small, thin leaves, but not small leaves. So I don't think it's that. Well. This was the other one that we were just looking at. And I said, no, it doesn't have the distinct line. But they are small leaves and they grow in pairs along the stem. Which is really mean, because clearly those do as well. At least from what I can observe. Okay. Well, let's try this one then. And there we go. I can feel it working. Thank you. Well. You're most welcome, Anne. Just don't play around with any weird objects anymore, please. Longwearsund identified, and we get a book entry. Caldery. The use of Caldery are not well known. Some say it has applications in dark magic, but this author has found neither substance nor specifics to back up those claims. Those who worship the huntress Ardwina place the flower as an offering to ensure a successful hunt. It grows from a thin stem with small leaves. Thin stem with small leaves. Worship the huntress. Did I not just say that we found this place? What was it called? Tomb of the Hunter? Maybe there's a connection there. Who knows? But we don't need it right now, so let's ask for our next customer. Amos Duncan, the letter writer. It's good to see you, my friend. I've been on the road so long, I'd started to wonder if you were still on the other end of the letters I've been sending. Oh, I was under the assumption he was sending those to our uncle. I'm back in town for a few days, though, and wanted to give you these before I forgot. I found them in the pocket of an overcoat that belonged to your uncle. I almost threw them away, but I thought the symbols on them might mean something to you. Amos, you're the last bias that I was still missing. Okay, so he seems to be someone that we do know. So that makes me even more sorry now to know that he actually got beaten up in that weird city. Anyhow, so he has 4 different notes for us. Let's see. It's the symbols. Well. Okay. Anything strange with them? No. Oh, and yes, this was the note that we received, but I think we couldn't figure out last time what Long Meg stood for. We were supposed to figure out Long Meg, then go 3 to the south, 2 to the east to find Golden Light. Let's put this there. This was the first symbol that we found because it was already in the shop, and now he's giving us those 4. I wonder. Click. Whether that's already the right order, but I have a feeling that might be a tad too easy. That's flower with the... Yep, that's correct. And the next one would be this one. Yep. And then with 4 leaves. Nope. 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 That one. And then last one leaves 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 leaves. Well, nothing happens. Okay. And I can't turn them around to check if there's anything else. So I guess it really is just about figuring out the order of them. Now, because it's 5, we could go about doing... We leave this at the start, and then we just start to change up the order like this. And leave it, and then and so on and so on. But this would take quite a while. So I'm just gonna leave them. Oh, hang on. Hang on. This one doesn't fit. This one fits better here. And then this one fits here. This, I have to admit, is pretty cool. That you have to pay attention to such a small detail to get the correct order. To basically check where it's got where it got torn. Alright, let's try this then. So 6 at the beginning. 6. Then this one is already correct. This one in the 4. Yes, 4 leaves. And then the one that looks like a bell, like a church bell of sorts. And then the 3 leaves. Aren't we the professional code crackers and mystery solvers? Amazing. What do we have here? Secret compartment. What is all this? 1813. Gosforth. Ooh. Gosforth was the place where Amos got beaten up. What is this? Okay. I am now going to just look over everything with this weird glass, but seriously. 1813 Gosforth. There's a strange symbol carved in there. Looks like a circle, a ring, and then almost like a strange letter S and a big tree. A massive tree in there. Again, on the map. Great oak. Now I'm certainly no expert on trees, but that may well be an oak. Who knows? Okay, let's put this on the side and let's see what else we got. Robert Barrow's Medicinal Herbology. Black Hole Road in Kendall. Kendall. I believe we have seen Kendall. I think it's one of the towns. Oh, Kentmere? Yeah, Kendall. There we go. Okay. Robert Barrow. Don't think I've heard the name before. Not sure. Oh, and then we have... Oh. Because I clicked it, it comes to the forefront. So 2 more entries. Devil's Nightcap, Mors amicus. This plant is known colloquially as a corpse friend. If ingested as a seed, it will cause a slow, agonizing death, and the plant will grow out of the body once deceased. It has a light, pleasant scent, not dissimilar to pine needles. Boiling the root in vinegar creates a tonic against fevers and poisons. Quite versatile. And we have Trimblehuff, Caritas Patensis. The trimblehuff is traditionally used as decoration at weddings, as it is thought to strengthen relationships. A cross-section of the small cup-like flowers, they generally point downwards to avoid filling with water and to allow easy access for pollinating insects. Small cup-like flowers pointing downwards. Okay. Not sure if we have this in our possession already. I somewhat doubt it, but then we've got so many now. It's kind of hard to keep track. But what do we have here? A Briar's disc, often called a smuggler's disc, is a simple device that can be used to send coded messages. The location of cached cargo, for example. The principle is cunningly straightforward, but the code is undecipherable to prying eyes. Both parties must be in possession of a disc of identical size with the same symbols etched around its edge and a map. To encode a location, you would then place the disc over some named point on the map, Gosforth, nearby, and note whichever symbol is pointing to the location. It may be necessary to string multiple symbols together, but you can use this method to reach any other point on the map as required. So is this then a Briar's disc, yeah, or a smuggler's disc? So this is the device. Okay. So it's for coded messages. Both parties must be in possession of a disc. To encode the location, you would place the disc over some named point and note whichever symbol is pointing to the location. Okay. Well, I mean, other than Gosforth, which we could possibly put this on Gosforth, but then we wouldn't know, well, in which direction are we looking, right? So depending on. So I don't think this is quite useful just yet. But I wonder if we can go to Kendall and see if we can meet this Robert Barrow guide. Since this was in the drawer, I assume that he at the very least knows our uncle. I mean, otherwise what would be the point of this, right? And maybe this is useful for this then. Start at Long Mag. But I still don't know what Long Mag is, by the way, so difficult. Let's try Kendall. I find the medicinal herbology shop of Blackhall Road. I know you, says the man behind the counter. Robert Barrow, presumably. You the owner of Strange Horticulture. 2 hours later, after a lengthy and engaging discussion covering a variety of botanical subjects, we decide on a trade. It turns out Robert is a collector of unusual fungi, and I have just the thing for him. Copper Caledonian. This plant has rejuvenation effect, but most who have tried to benefit from its properties have come to realize that it is a curse, not a blessing. Though you may appear younger, you will quickly become more frail and brittle. The red patches that are often seen growing on it are, in fact, a type of fungus themselves and not part of the plant. I think it's this one where we thought that it is, but we weren't sure, so now we can test our assumption, finally. And we are correct. Oh wow. He gets 1 fungus and we receive 3 plants in exchange? That's a very favorable trade in my eyes. Oh wow, okay, they look super interesting. New plants acquired. Let me really quickly change the label here to a yellow one, because we know this now for sure. Let's make sure those ones get a spot up top so that we know that we haven't identified them just yet. Okay, great. That worked out nicely. Alright. So Robert Barrow, tick. We're done with that. I can probably put this one here. Those are not ticked off yet. Wonder, do I still move them in here? Yeah. No. Just in case we need this again, although I hope we won't. 3, 4, 5. And then the labels and our magnifying glass. It's getting busy here. And of course, I haven't forgotten, we have a new bio. And with this, everyone's complete. The collector. Oh. For those of you that may have not seen it yet, I recently did my very first Let's Play on this channel on a game called Dredge, which, by the way, if you don't know it, please go check it out. It's amazing. And yeah, the collector, it just instantly brings back the memory from that game, because there's a character there also very aptly named the collector. Anyway, Amos Duncan. Amos is well acquainted with strange horticulture and enjoys drawing the plants within. He spends most of his time outdoors, where he occasionally comes across unusual looking plants in untrodden places. He collects sketches in his field book, but not the plants themselves, preferring to leave that to others with more expert knowledge. Okay. And he did say, found them in a pocket of an overcoat that belonged to our uncle. Yeah, okay. It obviously gave us those four paper bits that allowed us to reveal this code and open up the secret drawer, the secret compartment, which revealed this letter. Okay. I feel like there have been a few things now that just came up. We had this plant offering for a hunter, but nothing necessarily that would imply that we need to leave our shop right now. And again, I'm not sure on this one, so let's just check in for our next customer. Simone, our friend the librarian. I have no idea what any of this means, but it seemed like something you might find interesting. I found it while clearing out the nook of the east wing. Baylock's elixir, made from the crushed petals of 3 distinctive plants. Baylock's elixir is a potent aid to memory, allowing those who drink it to ensure that they retain important information that they will never forget. Care must be taken after drinking, however, to avoid the fate of Grey Gale, who slowly lost her mind after taking Baylock's and staring at a blank wall for 12 hours. Okay. And all we have is a rough sketch of the flowers of the 3 plants. And yeah, that's not necessarily an awful lot to go by. This is 2 bits. This is only 2 bits with pointy leaves, more rounded. And then obviously this, well, kind of looks like a bit like a sunflower. But I also wouldn't know how to brew those, so I guess we just keep hold of this one for now until someone requests this. Right? Right? This could be one of them. Yeah. I think this is this, certainly. And this, maybe this one over here, Fennet. But it has only one weird looking stem thingy looking up, so no. And also 5 leaves instead of 6. Oh, petals, better said, not leaves, petals. 5 petals. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Might be. Could this be this? Maybe. Maybe. So it could be that. What was that? Eyebright. Eyebright. Plus whatever this is. And one more mystery plant. No. Doesn't have the thingies. And yes, that's the scientific term. Okay. But again, I also don't know if looking for this now makes any difference. So let's end the day and see what mysterious card is awaiting us next. Assuming we're getting one. Yes, we are. In Tibet, a noble elder stood silently watching starry skies. In Tibet, a noble elder stood silently watching starry skies. Why is this like a single word per line? A young woman alone in the world, she was taken in by the sisterhood and given a home. It was a chance for redemption, a new start. In Tibet, a noble elder stood silently watching starry skies. Day 9, Saturday. Let's see if we can make out what or where Tibet is. Tibet. Torva? No. Lowick. Tibet. Okay. And now, in Tibet, a noble elder stood silently watching starry skies. Let's go and visit Tibet. You wouldn't think, following the modern railway line into Tibet, This prosperous village was once home to a notorious prophetess. Mary Baines, a local witch, haunted the locals with her tales about the end of the world. Although such prognostications may seem quaint nowadays, her grave in the churchyard is still avoided by all in the village, and nothing grows there. That did not do anything for us just now. Into Bay. A noble elder stood silently watching starry skies. My immediate thought was again that this could refer to a type of tree, for example, right? And I don't know if there are any noble trees, but you know, silently watching starry skies, but could also be something completely different. Is there anything around the bay? I mean, mountainside is there. Something that reaches up into the mountains. But again, this is like not really anything concrete to go by, and other than me again clicking around randomly and just trying my luck. No, wait, what did I say earlier? We will pay more attention to this now. I've neither the time nor the inclination. Oh, so we need to wait. So let's try this then. Is there anything on here? Noble, what could be a noble elder? Nothing on here, right? I mean, an eye, the sun, the moon, starry skies. I don't think any of that's really helpful, to be honest with you. Okay. We'll have to wait. Simone again. That was quick. Long Meg. Sorry, I've not heard of it, but I'll keep an eye out for you in the library. Nah. As long as you can get me some fever kiss, that is. Too many late nights at the library are taking their toll. I believe we can. Fever kiss. The red berries provide an energy boost that lasts several hours. The leaves are pale in color. I do believe we might have this one, actually. Oh no, that was witch thick. Why is this not ticked? Fever kiss. That's strange. We've used this before. That's odd. Correct. Mountain Astory Alpinum gracilis promotes an aura of confidence and persuasiveness. The large cup-like flowers produce a stale, damp smell. Large cup-like flowers. It has a distinctive smell that reminds me of old books. Musty. I think that could be it. Now, what was the name again? Oof. Mountain Estuary, right? Mountain Estuary. Produces old books, musty. Nope, it's right here. Just go back. Large cup-like flowers. The stem, this is so weird. But then it's probably just cutting the stem. You know what? We'll do it. Purple. That's what we have it for. Mountain Estuary. Okay. Oh, this gives me a little bit of hope again, because there's an indication. So basically I don't need to feel bad for not having found it yet, so it essentially means that our player character really doesn't know at this point what Long Meg is about, so that's good. This one frustrates me a little bit. The only thing that is on here would be this one, the moon symbol, which is on here as well. So Intebe and Noble Elder. And I'm inclined to try this one. Because I felt like every card so far we were able to solve almost immediately, apart from the one with the X, until I realized that the cut out part was just a bit that corresponded with the map. So again, Intebe. Oh, this is too big. Okay, let's just use the smaller part then here. And please, we got so much stuff now, it's getting harder to put everything in order. So Intebe. What's this? This is almost the last one on the second row there. So this one here, 33. 1, 2, 3. That's the field that it highlights, right? There are more important things I could be doing back at the shop. So, again, got this one wrong. At least nothing bad happened, so that's good. Shame though. It's not this one. Is there anything else, like stars? Not really. Noble. I genuinely don't know if any of those symbols could be equivalent for nobility, and then elder, noble elder. Stood silently watching starry skies. Well, let's hope we get a better hint or a new fresh idea later on. But for now, let's see who's next. David Schaefer. There's talk around town of a woman who wears a green mask made of jade. Yes, we know. There are all sorts of oddballs in Undermere, but that's certainly unusual. Each to their own. Oh. Backfoot Candle. Backfoot Candle. Who is sending us those mysterious letters? With random places. Backfoot Candle. Backfoot Candle. Backfoot. Oh, I gotcha. I understand. Is there by any chance a candle on here? There is. Sorry. It's just very small. Backfoot. So that's scaffold pike, one down, one to the left. Let's try it. This one. The candle leads me east of Wastwater. To the north, the mighty scaffold pike grazes the sky. The tallest peak in England. The challenge beckons to me. Perhaps another time. Oh, interesting. Okay, so that already gave us a new plant again, which is great. Undoubtedly, this will come in handy later. A noble elder. Forest ware. Oh, the hunter. I have been talking to people around town, trying to learn as much as I can about this beast that is rumored to have been seen in these parts. In the old world, they called this thing the Servant, but the people here seem to have forgotten that name. Except the group calling themselves the Seeds of Redemption, the cult. They are something I did not expect, and they have made it clear that they want me to stay away from the Servant. They seem to worship it. But I'm getting distracted. My Dranthium supplies are low. I need more. Dude, you gotta be careful with this. Dranthium. Just quickly checking again what I'm looking for. Ah. Long sharp leaves. Again, I know we had discovered this one already. And yes, you're seeing it right. I still haven't put them all in order, which would make this now a lot easier. I have to do this. I just haven't found the time yet. And every time I do sit down, I much rather want to record the next episode. Because I do want to know what's happening next. I mean, it's clear now that the murders are connected and there is indeed something bigger afoot. Tranthium. Come on, don't tell me it's one of the last ones. That would be mildly annoying now. Oh. A plant with powerful mind energy. Those who inhale smoke from burning its long, sharp leaves elevate their awareness to levels otherwise achieved. Some connote Tranthium as green eye, a name derived from the telltale sign of overdose, where even the whites of the eyes take on a green tint. Long, sharp leaves. Did we not have this identified? Long, thin leaves. Surprisingly sharp. Oh, well, I guess I was wrong. Apologies. Tranthium, and we get a book entry. Pallians. Most plants offer a small improvement to air quality, but the Pallians is in a class of its own. It is sometimes called sweet breath, thanks to the freshness of the air in its vicinity. The many short leaves of this plant are thought to help filter toxins from the surrounding air. That's great. Let's make sure we label this one. Alright. Ruben again. Good morning, Inspector. How are we doing? I crept around Blackcomb 2 nights ago in the pitch black. That eyebright is some potent stuff. I could see clear as day. Up on the fell, I found a shallow pit full of skulls. Some deer, fox, badger, and some human. There was an eerie silence about the place, and every part of me was screaming to get out of there. Back down on the flat, I heard a terrible noise, like an axe-maker's whetstone, but unmistakably animal. High on the ridgeline, I saw a cowled woman wearing a jade mask, watching me, and beside her, something dark, inhuman, and bloody huge. I don't mind admitting that I'm out of my depth on this one. I'll need to speak to Verona again. While I'm here, I'll grab some wild coal for my pounding head. You'd have been out drinking too, if you'd seen what I did. Okay. I'm not judging. Wild coal. Purple berries. Purple berries. Purple red berries. Excellent. Norwood. Xanthodermus strictus. A bite of the crunchy root of this plant has the effect of a cold bucket of water thrown over the face, an unpleasant sensation accompanied by sharp focus. It is claimed that Norwood releases spores that are invisible to the naked eye, showing up only under unnatural light. Okay. Right. Wild coal. Okay. I feel this is already going a lot better again than compared to last time. Michael Bennett. My neighbor has a foul-smelling mushroom that she says can ward off evil spirits. It's a horrible little thing that attracts flies, but I'd rather that than sit and do nothing. There's something very strange out in the woods. Okay. A foul-smelling mushroom. Yeah. I think we have a few. It smells rotten. Could be this. Could also be Sunset Mount Cap. Strongly of soured milk. That attracts flies. We haven't identified this. We have identified the sunset. Look how much we already uncovered by now. So many plants. Sunset Mount Trap. Sunset Mount Cap is a type of fungus with domed caps, sometimes called stinking Mount Cap as a result of that. It is thought to deter unwanted souls and spirits from entering the home and is often placed in doorways. It is mildly toxic to humans, should not be eaten. I think this may be what you're looking for. Awesome. Oh, no entry, nothing? Thanks. Rona, how are you? Poor Ruben. He looks a little worse for wear this morning. He took it hard when his wife died and never did quite give up the drink. I think I know what ritual was performed at the stone circle. Ooh, nice. It all adds up. It was a summoning spell. Someone called to something across the void and tried to bring it here. And with the state of that body, all torn to shreds, I'd say they succeeded. And then the gilded dendra. That really got me thinking. I found this in Dr. Worthing's bestiary. A little light reading for you. I'm headed to Grisdale Forest again. The Sisterhood will know more. Oh well, be careful, Rona, and good luck. It has many names. Some call it the Woken Dendro, believing it to be related in some way to the deadly gilded dendra plant. Others call it the Night Stalker, the Miasma, or the Dread. But the most common name for it in the Shires is the Servant. A lot of them we've heard. You'll have heard of it in children's songs such as Keep the Fire Burning and Servant and Master. And there are hints of it in the older stories, but nobody alive has seen it in the flesh. It is said that the dead ground northeast of the bay, where nothing but black Digitatus mortus grows, was caused when the servant last walked our lands hundreds of years ago. Northeast of the bay. If you're telling me now that I was just two off, right? The bay, northeast. Yeah, I was one off, potentially. The wide area of blackened ground here is known to the locals as Dead Man's Field. Dark mushrooms protrude from the soil like fingers reaching out from the grave. Lovely. Ooh. Speaking of dark. And, well, a little bit funny looking, but who am I to judge, right? Let's put them up to the rest of our beautiful fungi collection. I'm gonna put you over there. Alright. I was kind of hoping it would make this card now disappear as well, but did not. Okay. This is for the elixir. This can go in here. Briar's disc. Backwood candle can go into the archive. And now we've heard about those names. And we definitely know from our new friend, quotation marks, about the Woken Dendro. He was saying that quite a bit. So he certainly has something to do with it, that's for sure. But let's end the day and see what happens next. Every day she attentively followed the teachings of the Ada. Every day she patiently performed the tasks given to her. Every day thoughts of the book itched away at the back of her mind. And we're getting an empty card, and we're now almost at full moon. Day 10, Sunday. A secret uncovered is a secret no more. 2 miles north of Foxfield. Well, Foxfield, where are you? Foxfield, 2 miles north. Yes. 3 ravens circle above, their caws and croaks cleaving the silence. An omen. I take what I came for and leave. You plant quiet? Again, very interesting structure. Okay. See, again, we fixed this one right off the bat. I'm not sure what I'm not getting here. Into Bay. To Bay, north, east, south, south, west, south, south. How much do we want to bet that this is what I need to do? Let's try it. It irritated me the entire time that every word was written line by line. Thank goodness we have our tactic on getting the will to explore out quick. Okay. So, where's the card? Tibet is our starting point. North. East. South. South. West. South. South. I like a good riddle, but I like solving it even more. I find myself on a patch of moorland surrounded by jagged peaks and menacing clouds. A distinctive plant stands out against the swathes of purple heather. And there, another. Ooh, 2 of them. Nice. That feels like a proper reward, because that wasn't easy. Nice and purple again. Like it. Those 2 here. Okay, it's getting full again. Now I feel good about myself again. Alright, let's give Helbo a cuddle to celebrate our victory. Mr. Schaefer. Mail every day? One from your librarian friend today. Oh, did she figure out what long med or whatever it was stood for? In reference to your question the other day about Long Meg, I'm afraid I do not have an answer, but Calder Abbey has a wealth of knowledge on local law. If you ever go there, the monks will request a plant from you, but they won't tell you what they want. A sort of test. They've never allowed me in to look through their stacks. Simone. So Calder Abbey, yeah? I wonder if we should give it a go right away. Calder Abbey. Where are you? I feel like I've seen you before. Oh yes. Oh yeah, we found something here before. Calder Abbey. A small window opens within the much larger oak door. From the darkness within, a voice proclaims, "Only a friend may enter." Only a friend may enter. I'm just quickly reading through the text again. There's quite a lot actually to go through. Rare plant believed to help the dead find peace. Flower, many afflictions of the mind. Use of poetry according to legend can be used to open any lock. No. Common trouse. Nobody knows. Nope. Rejuvenation effect. Corpse's friend. But it's not a corpse. Devil's night trap. Aldophinium, no. Protective properties. Eyesight. Spongy mushrooms. Strength for short periods of time, no. Energy boost. Has a soporific effect. Oh. An offering of fox button is considered by some to represent a contract of friendship between strangers. Well, fox button. Thick shiny leaves in opposing pairs. I think we have fox button. Fox button. Yes! The hatch snaps shut and the oak door swings inward slowly without a sound. I am ushered in by a man wearing a plain brown robe. He nods silently when I ask about Long Meg and leads me through the abbey to a small library filled with scrolls and books. Without a word, he pauses for a moment, surveying, before selecting a scroll and handing it to me. What's the book entry? Sheep Snap. Ovium viridi. The sheep snap is thought to bring good fortune when prepared correctly. The green seed pods of the sheep snap have a hard outer shell and sound hollow when tapped. To the south, they call this plant bulbs of Bayon. Okay. Regarding Long Meg, there is a stone circle north of Undermere. According to local legend, some hundreds, perhaps even thousands of years ago, a witch known as Long Meg lived nearby along with her daughters. They were wild, godless people who practiced evil magic, until one night they went too far, and Meg and her daughters were turned to stone. The tall stone that stands apart from the main circle is called Long Meg by the locals. I see. Start at Long Meg. So. Gotcha. Stone circle north of Undermere. Undermere? Let's go on the map. No. That's not what I want. No. Here. This is Undermere. There is a stone circle north of Undermere, so I'm hoping it's just either this and not much further because I don't see anything else here. Stone circle north of Undermere. But here is... it's a bit odd though. Is it this one? The daughter's stone circle? With her daughters. A witch known as Long lived nearby along with her daughters. The daughter's stone circle. Okay. The wild godless people. The tall stone that stands apart from the main circle is called Long Meg by the locals. Tall stone circle that stands apart. I mean, I can't really make this out just from this small picture here, but I would assume that this is our starting point. So now 3 to the south and 2 to the east. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. The river is in its youth here, flowing swiftly through the rocks with a melodic gurgle. Among the tall grasses that line the river bank is a much more unusual looking flower. What do we get? Okay. What do we have here? Red flowers, soft leaves. Alright, let's put it up there. Nice. Archive. 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 We're getting somewhere. We are getting somewhere, Hellboy. Verona again. How did it go? The Sisterhood are trying my patience again. Kind of figured. If the old Ada was around, but she's not. They've kept secrets for hundreds of years. If ever there was a time to share them, it is now. They know of a way to defeat this servant, some ritual or weapon or something. But their stubborn pride won't bring them to ask for help. Well, I won't sit idly by and do nothing. I'd better have a little chat with this new Ada. And I think I'll take some mountain astery with me. We may have just the thing. Well, that went swimmingly. Weeping Bell, Lamentum Nixus, a plant that is believed by many to lead to gold. You'll have about as much luck searching for the end of a rainbow. The soft-frilled leaves can soothe insect bites and stings. It is also known as golden light and sometimes fool's hope. Very good. And we can exchange this for a yellow one. And put you down here. Thomas Green. I have finished the designs you asked me to work on. Oh, I have? Be very careful unwrapping these. Some of the glasswork is quite delicate, and I have taken great care transporting them. Did we? My lab equipment is finally here. I will now be able to brew elixirs using ingredients from my plants. And... oh! Well... what a coincidence. No, it wasn't this one, right? I think we said this one. Potentially. This. Right. With... maybe this one, because it really looks like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then the 2. But the second one, this almost star leaf shaped, could be one of our new ones. It has a pleasant fresh aroma. Let's see what we're concocting here. Master Brewer, new elixir acquired. Oh, and we got the tick. So, assuming this was correct. We still don't know the names of the plants, but we managed to create an elixir out of it. A pale blue liquid. I should probably name this Balux Elixir. That's amazing. Let's put it over here, so we have an easier time finding it again. Okay. Oh, what is this? Patterson's Guide to Fatal Fungi and Their Antidotes. Spring wax cap, sometimes fatal, can usually be cured by taking hop heart boiled in vinegar. Sunset Mount cap, generally not fatal in small doses. Use crushed leaves from sour bandy to cure. Bishop's parasol, often fatal, can be remedied using the sap from lemon dandy. Copper Caledonian, often fatal, no known cure. Farmer's worry, often fatal. An antidote can be made using royal gentian. Can I just put this there again, or I guess I'll put this here. Oh boy, I assume we will need one of those fairly soon. Bethany, the sister. The new Ada wouldn't like me being here, but the forest is in danger. I spoke with Verona Green earlier. It's bad. If the Dendro has awoken, then it will come for us. You must place an offering at the altar of Ardwina. Why me? And what type of offering? Oh, great. I'm thinking of this because it's Grisdale Forest, right? And so far everything regarding the sisterhood seems to be revolving around Grisdale Forest, but looks like this time that might not be the case. There's this line in between. I wonder what this is. If that's a river, potentially? So could this be this? I think it is. No, not quite. Do we need to look at it on the bigger map? Just because the proportions do change slightly. And there's a mountain next to the house, so that's why this really could be. So, you know, we have that forest that takes this curve here just before the mountain, so I think we're right. I think it's here. It does look like it. But what's the offering? It seems Beth has been able to keep her fellow sisters away from this part of the forest, for now at least. The trees are thick here, old too. The altar seems to belong here, as much a part of the forest as the gnarled trunks and twisting roots. I must place an offering to the goddess Adwina. Oh, it tells me, Embersoul or Caldery. Let's have a look there. Embersoul. Thought to have protective properties, sometimes given as an offering to various deities in return for sanctuary. Produces flowers with many petals. Watch out for the leaves, they are razor sharp. Or Caldery. These are not well known. Some say it has application in dark magic, but this author has found neither substance nor specifics to back up those claims. Those who worship the huntress Adwina place the flower as an offering to ensure a successful hunt. What did she say? It will come for us. I feel like something protective is better suited, so I would like to go with Embersoul. The only thing is sharp leaves. It is quite easy to cut oneself on the jagged leaves, as I have just found out. Okay, could that maybe be it? Okay. Embersoul identified. Evolum bacusis palustris. The scent it produces is considered overpowering by some, but is said to stimulate the senses and rejuvenate aching bones. Evolum has many short, pretty leaves. Okay. That. And we can tag the Embersoul. Okay. Natalie Cooper. I'm being harassed by loonies, shouting about the redemption, saying they're going to set it free, whatever the hell that means. Well, they can take their seeds of whatever woken something or other nonsense and stick it where the sun doesn't shine. I'm not joining that damn cult. I just want to tend my garden in peace. I'm looking for some larkshine to drive them away if they come round again. We can certainly have a look. Larkshine. It's a plant with a powerful defense mechanism. It releases stinging barbs triggered by a light touch. The pain is said to be unbearable and can last for several days, sometimes confusingly called kidney flower. This is thought to be a reference to the kidney-shaped seeds held within the spiny pods that grow on this plant. There we go. Lyle of Neptune, Boletus veritum. Also called truthsayer, this plant will force a person to tell the truth when eaten. The sparsely petaled pale flowers give off a strong scent. Nice. Larkshine. Larkshine. Alright. Excellent. This worked really, really well. I'm very happy with it. And I think this is a really good moment to pause here for now. We've made good progress. We have increased our collection by quite a bit. And not just that, we are now also able to brew elixirs, and we've created the first the first one already successfully, Baylock's elixir, which again I'm sure will come in handy at a later point. But very good. So we definitely know that this weird cult, represented by the good person of Annis Aelford, they are definitely on the side of this woken Dendru. They, for whatever reason, want this thing to be around. Oddly enough, it seems to be attached to this young lady here, the one with the mask, and potentially she is the person in question that the story is about, that the cards tell us every single night. Who knows? We've also finally met our friend Amos Duncan, who's been sending us letters and has given us useful tips so far on finding new plants, and he's given us some additional pieces as well, which made us reveal a secret compartment in the desk, and we found an interesting coin and also a description for a deciphering tool, but we haven't really found a use for it yet. Verona has somewhat become a regular now in our store, and I feel she's the one that has been tying a lot of the ends together. So she's made the connection between Sisterhood and the detective, and kind of telling us that there is indeed this connection between the murders that have happened so far, and that it all is in conjunction with what this cult is aiming for, to get this creature, this woken Dendru, around. Yeah. Not quite sure what to make of it yet, but I'm very intrigued and I'm really looking forward to see where the story is going to take us. I felt this episode went a lot better than the last time. Again, I think it really has to do with my own personal energy, so hopefully this was enjoyable to you as well. And again, if your interest is piqued as much as mine, then I do hope to welcome you back for the next one again. But until then, take care, look after yourself, and I hope to see you again soon. Bye bye.